British Prime Minister Boris Johnson's mission to persuade European leaders to change the terms of the Brexit deal hit a wall in France. He was told by President Emmanuel Macron that there was not enough time.
The two leaders have just held talks, and for more, let's cross over to Holly Hudson. She's in London right now. Holly, the question is, why did Mr. Macron actually throw cold water on the glimmer of hope offered by Mrs. Merkel to avoid Brexit chaos?
Well, Emmanuel Macron has always been very much more uncompromising when it comes to Brexit and Britain with regards to leaving the EU and the withdrawal agreement. He even referred to himself as how he's painted as the hard boy of these negotiations. But he says he just wants to be efficient. He wants to implement the decision by the British people to leave the European Union. And unsurprisingly, he reiterated the EU's stance that the withdrawal agreement will not be reopened. However, rather surprisingly, he was actually more positive when it comes to the contentious Irish backstop. That is, of course, as we know, the bloc's insurance policy to avoid a hard border between Ireland and Northern Ireland. Now, Emmanuel Macron actually said that he feels a smart solution can still be found, then seemingly heeding the idea that a workable solution can still be solved. They can still solve this problem, that there is still time in relation to that. So more positive noises than expected, perhaps, coming from Emmanuel Macron, and that time, of course, was laid out by Angela Merkel yesterday when she said that she laid the challenge out to Boris Johnson of finding a solution in 30 days. She spoke of there being still possibilities with regards to the backstop, which Boris Johnson said he's found very encouraging, and definitely here in Britain the reaction has been seen as potentially positive for Boris Johnson's first overseas trip. They've described it as a boost for Boris, but reading between the lines here, are Angela Merkel and Emmanuel Macron actually saying much different? Really, are they actually promising anything more than we've already seen? They're only really offering to listen to alternatives, very much throwing the ball back in the UK's court when it comes to finding a solution in just 30 days.
All right, thanks for that. Lots for the ministers to talk about there. Thanks, Holly. Holly Hudson speaking to us from London.